Test, test. Testing. And one more. The following program is a presentation of the Mat Wrestling Network. Viewer discretion is advised. What's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday night. That means we're back here for MWA Mat Wars. I'm your host, Matt Young. Before we get into tonight's program, I just want to issue an apology to anyone who was watching this past Thursday night. I had some OBS issues right at the end of the show, like the last few minutes of the main event on Mattitude, where I'm not quite sure what the issue was, but once I closed OBS and restarted after the show was over, everything went back to normal. So no idea what caused the drop frames, but for those who missed the finish of that main event and didn't see the social media posts already, everything has been uploaded in its entirety to YouTube. Fortunately, the show is being recorded directly to my SSD, so none of the issues with OBS are present in that version of the show. So if you're watching that and missed the finish, or if you just want to check it out for the first time, all that's available on the YouTube channel right now. Going to be back with more MWF Fire Pro Wrestling World this Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central Time. Our biggest show of the year, MWF Mat Mania 2, 10 huge matches. Put up promotional posters for all of them, again, on the social media outlets. So if you're interested in that, check it out. But tonight, WWE 2K19, MWA Mat Wars. 3 Maddie in the Bank ladder match qualifiers, 2 for the women, 1 for the men. Thanos and Thor is the male qualifying match that's going on in our main event tonight. We've also got Captain America and Spider-Man taking on John Stamos and Steve Urkel, Team TGIF, in tag team action. But we're going to be opening things up tonight with a one-on-one match. Daredevil versus the Joker. As we get that loaded up, make sure I got the chat running on my phone. Alright. Well, another huge match later on tonight, Goku versus Deadpool. 2 weeks ago, we saw their tag team partners, Wolverine and Chuck Norris, do battle. Wolverine came out on top on that. Chuck Norris hasn't really fared all that well in singles action. But tonight, Goku, a former world champion, going to be going one-on-one with Deadpool in what a lot of people I think would call a dream match. Goku probably severely outmatched in fighting ability, but he can pretty much survive anything, so let's see how that goes. Also like to, in addition to the apology about the frame rate issue, thank everybody for showing up this past Thursday. Had a huge turnout, both in viewership and in chat activity, and yeah, we were very pleased with that, had a great time. It's been a lot of fun incorporating all the new aspects of the mod pack into Fire Pro and just coming up with an overall more entertaining presentation. Got to see the first ever promo in MWF history, the Kool-Aid Man explaining his dark, evil origins. But we're ready to head to the ring for the first match on Mat Wars. Haven't seen the Joker or Daredevil really in a while, but they're about to go one-on-one here tonight. Both men have had feuds with Batman in the past. Daredevil actually came out on top, whereas Joker did not. Now, it seems people are really big fans of Joe Exotic and Real Life Fucking Tiger. Keep getting notifications about the post I made regarding the Matt Mania match. This crowd here in Green Bay, Wisconsin, not fans of the Joker. You got that coat off quick. Daredevil coming to the ring with the Billie Club, ready to whoop that ass. I always wanted to get one of those and learn how to twirl it like that thanks to the big boss man, but odds are I'd probably just end up hitting myself in the face on accident. And it's been a long week trying to get everything ready for Matt Mania, but it's gonna be worth it. 2 episodes of Mattitude in this past week leading up to it. We've got 10 matches on Thursday night, but last time around, with one exception, things pretty much flew by just because we don't have to take the time to transition to the desk segments in between matches to set everything up. Everything's all booked in advance in terms of setting up the card, just like here on WWE 2K19. And we're underway with the first match of the night. Daredevil taking on the Joker. As always, your referee, Stank McKenzie here. And Daredevil going for a Hurricane Rana or head scissors of sorts and got caught there, dropped into the flapjack. Both these guys have kind of struggled to find their footing here. Daredevil, well, actually both of them, aside from their feuds with Batman, haven't really been able to gain a whole lot of traction here in the MWA. Daredevil attempted to pursue the International Championship, is unsuccessful. We still haven't found a contender for Chewbacca. Chewbacca's lost a couple of matches here in recent weeks. He was in a triple threat #1 contenders match to try to earn a shot at the world championship. Ended up getting pinned by Superman in that one. And then, oh, St. McKenzie, our referee, just got leveled. Joker tossing Daredevil to the outside, or trying to. Daredevil the counter. I was going to say Joker could take advantage of the referee being down, but just as quickly, St. McKenzie back to his feet. Seems like the crowd is not too fond of Daredevil either. Usually he's a pretty popular fellow. Oh, and that'll win the crowd over. Nice shooting star press, standing shooting star into the cover. Not even a 1 count, wow. Joker's looking at his hand. I thought maybe he was about to get up and do a spinner or that would be something. Oh, nice forearm there in the corner. Let me get the, wanted to do a little bit of a plug for somebody, but I gotta make sure I get the proper Twitch account name. That's Daredevil poised up on the top, looking to dive. And an awkward looking cross body across the back of the neck of Joker, it appears. Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Coop the Panda on Twitch. Oh, streams Fire Pro Wrestling and is very good at it. Incredibly pleasing commentary voice, unlike mine. An eloquent British fellow. Oh no, Joker cut open on the steps. But if you like Fire Pro Wrestling, he has a Creator Wrestler League. You can check that out. A lot of fun to watch, and from what I hear, he's open to accepting new wrestlers. Oh, shit. And Creator Wrestler and join don't have to do much of anything else as far as I'm aware. Except make your guy and enjoy watching the shows. Met him from the Fire Pro Wrestling World group on Facebook, which is where a ton of the amazing creations that we use for our Thursday night MWF shows come from. Members of that group, incredibly talented creators. And I also want to give a shout out to all the people who have made these beautiful creations here on WWE 2K19. Joker with a nice tilt-a-whirl there. Joker's been on fire for the last couple of minutes here. And as soon as I say that, Daredevil firing right back from the neckbreaker. It's like Daredevil has stolen the entire moveset of Evan Bourne, Matt Sydal, whatever you want to call him. Now across the ropes here again. Daredevil still not looking for a cover, though. Oh no, is he going to do a sunset flip to the... God damn. Right to the floor. It's MWA tradition for every single match to go to the outside because we don't have any countouts here, with one exception. But Daredevil, ramming Joker face first into the apron of the ring before he cut him open on the steel steps and sending the Joker back inside. Daredevil perhaps looking to finish things, heading up top. Dropping the elbow right to the back of Joker's head. That may put him away, but no. Daredevil went to pick up Joker for some reason, and the Joker able to counter. Bam! Big DDT. Daredevil's used that to put away opponents in the past. Will it be enough here tonight? Doing a little too much showing off and flippiness here. Daredevil now firing up. The atomic drop and... What's he... Oh no. Leg drop a little low, I think. Shades of Jeff Hardy. Daredevil... No! Looking to set up for the finish. Joker with the inside cradle. Joker I thought was going to steal one, but only a 1 count there. Joker whipping Daredevil into the corner. Joker, the blood loss. Anybody else you'd think it would tend to affect them over the course of the match, but somehow I don't think it's going to bother the Joker. He's got to be used to it. Daredevil just patiently waiting for Joker to get up. There's at least a 50-50 shot that Daredevil's just going to dive through the ropes and do absolutely nothing. Yeah, there you go. Over the ropes. Fans are starting to get a little bit restless here as Joker fights back, perhaps his last gasp against Daredevil. Oh, the airplane spin, the most lethal move in all of professional wrestling. That ends the match, I swear to Christ. 2 count only. She-Hulk's actually won with that before, though, so hey, it can happen. Daredevil looking for... I thought maybe going for a submission, but trying to gain leverage here, just wear down Daredevil. I don't even know if Joker actually has a legit finisher or if he just does nut shots. Dancing in the middle of the ring. Joker getting a little cocky. Gonna chuck Daredevil into that post. Oh, God. Bust out the Bronco Buster, come on. Oh, Daredevil catching the foot. Looks like he's setting him up for that finish. Daredevil about to... No, went for the mounted punches, but Joker saw it coming and countered. And again, trying to send Daredevil to the outside, but no. Daredevil... almost had things won. He's knocked out guys with those mounted punches more times than I can count. Well, if I went back and reviewed it, I could probably count. The brawl continues here in the opening contest on Mat Wars. Referee Stake McKenzie looking on soullessly. Oh no. Joker now looking to end things himself. And oh damn, what a counter. Both men had their finishers countered. Joker went for that low blow, the uppercut to the balls, and Daredevil with a knee right to the face. Oh, it looked like Daredevil was going to come up short, but Joker caught him in the springboard attack powerbomb, and oh my God. Both these guys, it seems, are able to see what the opponent's got coming before they hit it, but no, not that time. Joker hit the shot to the nuts, but didn't go for the cover, and I don't know if this is going to be enough to get a submission on him. Kind of a variation on the hammerlock, it appears. I think Joker, if he went for the cover after that low blow, would have had it. Oh, and attacking the taint and ass region of Daredevil with that inverted hog drop. There's another low blow. One from the back, now one from the front. That has to do it. Daredevil's balls have been shattered. It's academic at this point. And there you have it. Bloodied and battered on the outside of the ring on multiple occasions, the Joker is still able to fight back. And despite the fact that he kind of sort of bent the rules a little bit, shall we say, Joker was able to pick up the pinfall victory. As we watch the replay from this match, coming up next, we've got the first Maddie in the Bank qualifier of the evening. Women in action, Kylie Jenner taking on Billie Eilish during a spot in that women's Maddie in the Bank ladder match coming up on Sunday, May 9th at the Maddie in the Bank pay-per-view. That, like all other streams here on this channel, will kick off at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. Still got another episode of Mat Wars, a couple more qualifying matches on that one left to go for you next week leading into that pay-per-view. As the Joker's celebrating his big win here. And as soon as I started the music again, the fucking playlist ended. That's brilliant. I had to cut a couple songs out of the playlist because not all of these songs are equal volume-wise, and some of them tend to drown out the commentary. But nonetheless, this fabulous music is brought to you courtesy of Nick Pedigo, longtime good friend of mine, former co-host of this very show, before life obligations got in the way and he's no longer free on Tuesday nights, but still putting out his podcast, Nicky Robbie Saves the World. I wonder if there's a new episode today. Spotify is not wanting to notify me like it's supposed to. I'm just gonna check that out right now. Alright. No new episode yet, but I'll get a hold of him later on and find out. Anyway, it's usually every Tuesday that you get new episodes from Nick. And he is both poignant and hilarious in equal parts. Alright, here we go. Time to see who qualifies for the Maddie in the Bank ladder match. We've already seen Kendall Jenner pull an upset over Oprah Winfrey. We saw Rihanna qualify with a win over former women's champion Harley Quinn. And Kim Kardashian, also a former women's champion, defeated Demi Lovato, make her way into the match. 2 more women will join those 3 here tonight, with the final competitor to qualify next Tuesday night here on Mat Wars. Normally you will see Kylie Jenner accompanied by her sister Kendall, and for all these Maddie in the Bank qualifying matches, any sort of managers, friends, associates, tag team partners, what have you, have been barred from ringside in the interest of an equal playing field. So, gonna be one-on-one tonight. Billie Eilish, the tag team partner of Demi Lovato, coming off a recent feud, those two against Rihanna and Beyoncé, the team of Beyoncé. I mentioned a moment ago that we saw Rihanna qualify for the women's Maddie in the Bank ladder match. We're going to find out a little later on tonight if her tag team partner Beyoncé can do the same. Beyoncé going to be taking on Jessica Jones one-on-one. Kylie Jenner, Billie Eilish going at it right here, right now. Chain wrestling to start off. And somehow throughout all this time I never noticed that Billie Eilish apparently keeps her watch on while she wrestles. Somehow in 9 months or so of doing this show I never noticed that. Billie Eilish earlier today announcing a brand new album. I don't remember the title of it, but I remember the fact that it's coming out on my birthday. Oh, a very interesting exchange there is. Kylie Jenner went for a dropkick. Billie Eilish a high drop kick at the same time, and their paths kind of intersected. Oh. Kendall Jenner, Kim Kardashian already qualifying for the women's Maddie in the Bank ladder match. So if Kylie can pick up a win here tonight, that will mean that all three of the sisters who compete here in the MWA will be in that same ladder match, making up 50% of the field. Could prove to be quite interesting if two of them, or more if they have more than one ladder, I guess, are able to climb up and pursue that briefcase at the same time. Of course, the winners of the men's and women's Maddie in the Bank ladder matches are going to bring down a briefcase containing contracts for championship opportunities at any time of their choosing. Pretty sure most of you are familiar with the concept. Contract valid for 1 year. As Kylie takes down Billie Eilish with the crossbody there. Kylie using that power advantage. Billie Eilish with the rear waist lock. I'm stumbling all over my words tonight. Terrible lack of sleep and way too much time spent working on stuff in the stream. But hey, it's all paying off. Oh, and Steve McKenzie for the second match in a row. Getting bowled over. Monkey flip. At least he's not staying down long. Gets back in time. Make the count. Eilish with the cover, but only a one there. Still way too early to finish things off. As I keep a watchful eye on OBS, hoping it doesn't pull any of his bullshit like it did on Thursday. I'm sorry, Sunday. I'm used to streaming only on, or Mattitudes on Thursdays, and we did a special Sunday bonus episode this week. It's been a very busy April here on the Matt Wrestling Network, and that's even with taking one whole week off due to WrestleMania week. I think we'll end up having done 10 shows in 3 weeks when you subtract that week off. Eilish now feeling it, or maybe she's just trying to stretch out her hamstrings a bit. Say McKenzie halfway teleporting, but only makes one count just barely. I feel a sneeze coming on, but it's just kind of on the precipice of coming into existence. Steven NBA, what's up? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. How you doing tonight? Got a women's Maddie in the Bank qualifying match going on right now. Billie Eilish taking on Kylie Jenner. In our second match of the evening here on Mat Wars. Stank McKenzie right in there checking to see if Kylie wants to submit, but no. Kylie's been pursuing that MWA Women's Championship ever since, well, last August, and come close on so many occasions, but just hasn't quite been able to get the job done. But if she's able to win this qualifying match and then go on to win the women's Maddie in the Bank ladder match, she'll be able to cash in that contract anytime she wants. Oh no, this is the Kembe Matumbo finger wag. Is that Jay Maskus? I'm not sure who that is. I'm sorry, but it's nice to see you, Mario. I was just thinking about you. I'm gonna have to Google Jay Maskus and hope I don't regret it. Oh, a musician. Ah, okay. Wait, is who J Max? Like somebody in the crowd on the show? I know who the guy is now that you've explained, but I'm a little bit confused. Maybe it's because of the lack of sleep. Billie to belly, out of nowhere. No cover, come on. Superman mod for GTA. Oh, Billie Eilish. Yeah, that's Billie Eilish, man. I haven't tried any GTA mods. I have the game for PS3 and PS4, so I missed out on the. Wait, Billie with the cover. After the exploder, and it's over just like that. Billie Eilish has qualified for the women's Maddie in the Bank ladder match. Kylie Jenner now the only one of the 3 Kardashian Jenner sisters to not make it in the match, and boy howdy, they're probably going to end up talking shit behind her back on keeping up with the Kardashians. I don't fucking know. And the Epic Game Store gave out GTA 5 last year, but it was before I had a PC, so didn't get it. And didn't know I could get it at the time. Oh man. But yeah, mods would probably add a lot to that game. Oh, thank you, and I can't wait for Matt Mania either. I just been falling behind on stuff, having so much to try to work in for both shows over the course of the last week or so. But I finally got the last 5 out of the 10 promotional posters put up on social media today, so you can see the entire match lineup. Yeah, endless replayability. Yeah, I'll bet, man. Are the mods, I'm guessing it's just for the single player, because that would suck kind of if it was for, there's already enough problems with the multiplayer with people, even on consoles, just fucking that up for everybody else. But yeah, mods, as evidenced by our experience with Fire Pro recently, can add a shit ton of fun to games. And this is something that I've only heard about for many, many years, being an exclusively console player for... Oh, yeah. I guess I never really delved into PC gaming at all until last year. Coming up next, Batman is taking on the International Champion Chewbacca in a non-title match. And I've been told that if Batman's able to pick up the win here tonight, that he will go on to challenge Chewbacca for that very title on Sunday, May 9th at Maddie in the Bank. Yeah, Twitter's the only social media you're on, isn't it? Well, I guess you don't really need to go on there to find out about the shows anyway, since you're always here. I don't use Twitter a whole lot. Well, I mean, I use it regularly, like at least a couple times a week to post stuff for these shows, but other than that, I don't know. I'm mostly a Facebook guy, although I know you absolutely can't say I'm that either, so. Had a lot of nice responses on Facebook lately in the Fire Pro Wrestling World group, though. New people following the page, so thank you everybody. Anybody who followed recently happens to be watching now, truly appreciate that. I'm sure the show that you're waiting for is the one coming up this Thursday. It's going to be myself, Chris Coron, and hopefully Red Jed. He's got a work obligation that he's trying to get out of. So, see how that goes. But it's going to be a fun show regardless. 10 matches, all kinds of crazy new mods in play if you haven't seen those already. In-game mods, not the kind of mods on Twitch, in case you're wondering. Mr. Bill? Yeah, as long... I'm just going to refrain from making any comments about it going well, assuming it does. because as soon as I said, "Hey, we've had no major disasters yet tonight," or something along those lines, then OBS just decided to royally fuck up on Sunday night. But everything that you miss is in the video on YouTube. So if you want to see the finish, it's amazing what kind of stuff that you can do on a PC. I mean, I still love console gaming and being able to play on. Well, you have the PS5, so you know what's up. You know, to play Xbox Series X and PS5 with their incredibly fast load times. It's fucking great. I don't have anywhere near enough time or focus for be able to properly enjoy everything. Like, I intended to play a bunch of games on my PC, but I've spent the majority of my time on here working on stuff for the streams and immediately to the outside in MWA tradition. Yeah, that seems to be how it goes, Mario. The MWF shows, Mattitude, and the pay-per-views are definitely the more popular out of the two brands. And I mean, that makes sense. Like, the MWF came first. We established the channel as a Fire Pro channel, and the Fire Pro community is excellent and incredibly dedicated and very supportive. So it seems like the people who are interested in that game tend to stick around for the long haul. And at the same time, the community on Twitch for Fire Pro is a lot smaller than that of WWE 2K19, so it's a lot easier to get noticed. There's just not as many streams going on at any given time, especially at the times that we stream, at least. So it's a variety of factors. And honestly, the fact that we've got 2 or 3 of us, depending on which week it is, on commentary on Thursdays, it adds a lot more. It's just more entertaining to listen to multiple people conversing and playing off each other than it is just having me talk here. But yeah, I do what I can. I'm no Joey Styles, that's for sure. After laying in a beating on the outside. Oh shit, big chop from Chewbacca, but Batman trying to stay on the offense. Stomp it away in the corner. Chewbacca's on a 2-match losing streak, trying to end that. Wants to prevent Batman from earning a shot at the International Championship. The question is, if Batman's not able to earn a shot, who's going to get it? Chewbacca has to put that title on the line at our next pay-per-view, Money in the Bank. Yeah, I'm expecting Chewie to go over, but you never know with this game. I mean, Superhuman's beaten Goku 4 times. And the stat differential is just ridiculous, so I don't know how that could possibly happen. Ooh, only a 1 count for Batman. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not all that interested in watching. I won't watch live streams really with people with Fire Pro. Oh shit! Sorry, I was distracted by the possible finish there, but I don't really care to watch live streams of people streaming Fire Pro without commentary. I love the game and all, but I don't want to sit. If it was like from our shows being 2 hours, I wouldn't want to sit there for 2 hours straight watching a show with no commentary. If it's something that's uploaded like with yours, then I can just watch however much I want at a time. But it is kind of hard for me to maintain focus with no commentary, with just the game playing itself. Oh shit! Big gorilla press slam attempt with Batman fighting out. Yeah, that's true. You can choose who goes over with the Fire Pro mods, but we've gone this entire time without picking any winners, so we're gonna leave it how it is. Yeah, I hope that didn't come across the wrong way. Like, I do enjoy watching your shows. It's just, as I said, in like a live stream environment specifically, I wouldn't want to sit there for, the entire length of a show and watch some of that without commentary. That's why, like I said, I can just watch parts of it at a time. Oh, fuck. 4 terabyte external HDD. Nice. I haven't been able to save everything on my hard drive or my SSD. There's not enough space. These shows, as Batman tries to cheat using the ropes, these shows can be anywhere from like 15 to 25 gigs because I save them all in the highest possible quality in order to upload them to YouTube after. So every once in a while I have to delete stuff because I've only got like a 1 terabyte hard drive and a 1 terabyte SSD in here. Yeah, it can be hard to figure out a card. I understand that part completely, man. Just trying to fit everything onto Mat Mania, I still had to go to 10 matches. And there's like an 8-man tag, a 6-man tag, and a battle royal in there. Batman went for the pump kick and Chewbacca ducked. Is Chewbacca gonna look for that knockout punch again? Ilya Dragunov and Volter. I'll admit I'm familiar with them from years of reading about them on the internet, but other than like maybe 3 or 4 Walter matches, however I'm supposed to pronounce it, in NXT and NXT UK, and I guess that one Survivor Series appearance, that shamefully booked Survivor Series appearance. Haven't really seen a whole lot from him. And Dragunov, I don't think I've seen Dragunov at all. I know he's part of NXT UK, or at least I think he is. And the What Culture and Cultaholic guys seem to be fans of it. And Wrestle Talk too. Oh wow. Match of the year. Yeah, I heard a lot of great things about that match, and I did intend to check that out, but as so often happens, I failed to do so. 2 count for Chewbacca. My allergies have been fucking going haywire. Batman just busts open Chewbacca with a DDT. He's used that as a finisher in the past. Is it going to be enough? Oh, 2.9. Batman almost earned himself a shot at the International Championship. Hopefully that match is still on, on the Peacock version of the WWE Network. I know a lot of the content is missing. I think everything from the last couple of years is still on there. Yeah, I'll find out sometime. Batman looking at maybe... Oh no, the crippler crossface. On Sunday night on Attitude, we saw a battle between Jesus using the crossface and Chris Benoit using the crippler crossface. This time it's Batman and Chewbacca. Somebody holding up a sign that says, "Marry me, I'm single." Some woman out there either really wants to fuck Chewbacca or is into Batman. I'm hoping it's the former. Batman's saying on the offense, "My hands are sweating from this Bang energy drink." And, I thought they were going back to the outside, but there it is. Wait a minute. Batman trying to go ass and tape first into Chewbacca's face, but Chewbacca swatting him away. And a giant headbutt dropping Batman. Somebody that looks like a fat Luke Cage cosplayer out there in the front row cheering on Batman. Luke Cage and Iron Fist fell short against Thor and Loki last week. Thor going to be in singles action tonight, challenging Thanos in our main event, trying to qualify for that men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Oh, Batman with a series of kicks. If you can get Chewbacca back in the ring, Batman may be able to finish things off. Batman may be thinking about going for that DDT again. Now working the leg instead. That can't possibly be the finish. Oh, 2.5. A fart emote. Oh no! Batman's got the arms of Chewbacca stomping away at the tits. Oh, went for that elbow and missed. Chewbacca and his resilient Wookiee breasts able to get out of the way. Went for a big punch, didn't catch him. Batman looks like he's starting to fade a little bit, trying to get that last gasp of offense. Oh, wow. Maybe he's got a little more left in him than I thought. Working over the limbs of Chewbacca, going after the knee a couple minutes ago, and now the elbow and the pump kick. If Batman can capitalize here, he may be going to Money in the Bank to challenge for the International Championship. Cover. Sank McKenzie counts. 2.5 again. Batman just cannot believe it. Hands on his head. Batman cannot afford another loss here, but neither can Chewbacca. Looking for the submission with that variation on the Dragon Sleeper. Will Chewbacca tap? Batman wrenching it back. Sank McKenzie's right in there, but oh, Chewbacca just refusing to quit. Batman employing a much different strategy than he normally uses here. Still working in the kicks and all that, but much more limb work, a lot of submissions. Big spear from oh no, he missed. Well, we set up about half the card so far, Mario. We had Superman pin Chewbacca in that triple threat match with Thanos also in it to earn a shot at White Ranger Joe Biden's World Championship. Haven't determined challengers for the international or the tag team titles yet. Captain Marvel won a #1 contenders match to earn a women's title shot against She-Hulk. And then we've got the men's and women's Money in the Bank ladder matches, 6 people in each one of those. So that's what we got so far. The rest of tonight and next Tuesday night, we'll fill in the rest of the gaps. The ladder matches should be a lot of fun there. Oh, unique variation on a flatliner there from Batman. Yeah, Superman. The world titles changed hands, I think, the last 5 pay-per-views. So the odds are definitely in Superman's favor in that respect. Nice swinging neckbreaker from Batman in the center of the ring. Still no cover on Chewbacca. And there's that pump kick. If that does not do it. Come on. Cover. Dragging Chewbacca away from the ropes. I'm not so sure he was in the ropes to begin with, but hey, be safe. And only 2 again. Chewbacca barely surviving. Dragging himself to his feet. Oh no. Back and forth they go. There's a DDT again. Chewbacca. Come on, there's no way he can survive that. It's like 5 signatures and finishers from Batman, and Chewbacca just keeps kicking out of everything. It's almost as if somebody cut a promo before this match. Oh, wow. Unique variation on the sleeper. And Chewbacca maybe looking for that knockout punch. He went for it once before and missed. And again, Batman able to duck. Drop Chewbacca with the kick, but Chewbacca. Neither of these men staying down. Oh, the Batman just laying into Chewbacca. Strike after strike. Catching him off balance and... Oh, Batman getting Chewbacca down. Go for the cover. Come on. The Spirit of Kool-Aid Man and Michael Myers the Pez. Oh, yeah. An STO from Chewbacca. Will that do it? 2 count again. Chewbacca trying to catch his breath here. Batman struggling to survive, finding his way out before he goes to sleep. What do these guys have left? Batman looking to cover again. Chewbacca, does he have any energy left to kick out? It's over. Batman has pinned Chewbacca and will have his opportunity to win the International Championship May 9th at Maddie in the Bank. Chewbacca suffered 3 losses in a row. I think by far the biggest losing streak of his career. Don't know what the problem is with Chewbacca. I mean, he had a hell of a showing tonight, kicked out at just about everything, but just couldn't get it done in the end. Batman's going to have his first ever championship match coming up on May 9th. Twice kicked out of that DDT. I think 3 times kicked out of the pump kick. We don't have developmental. We can only afford 1 referee. And Chewbacca's still the champ. Come on. Passed out on the outside of the ring. Batman celebrating his big win tonight on Matt Wolves. Ooh, wow. Got a big one coming up next. Goku versus Deadpool. 2 weeks ago, those two, their tag team partners, battled each other. As Wolverine got the better of Chuck Norris. Tonight, Goku versus Deadpool in what some would call a dream match. Another promising win for Damian Wayne. This isn't Earth 666. Oh man. Alan James. The energy drink's wearing off, man. Alright, as we await the match loading, we're about halfway through tonight's show. Still to come, we have a women's Maddie in the Bank qualifier. Beyoncé is going to be taking on Jessica Jones. Spider-Man and Captain America, the former tag team champions, battling with Team TGIF, which is Steve Urkel and John Stamos. And then Thanos versus Thor in the Maddie in the Bank qualifying main event. Alright, time to head back down to ringside. This entrance is entirely too long. I think he was once a champion. Is that in reference to Goku? Goku, a former world champion and tag team champion, actually. Got to the finals of the tournament to crown the first ever international champion before losing that one to Chewbacca himself. So I'm never going to be able to put Deadpool and Thanos in a match together until I edit their entrances, because each one of them, it's like a Randy Orton entrance and an Undertaker WrestleMania entrance back to back. But hey, gives everybody a chance to get some snacks and take a bathroom break. Remember the good old days when I was streaming from the PS4 directly and it just automatically muted all the entrance music, so the entrances were dead silent aside from commentary? Like, even after I edited everything in order to switch to the generic entrance themes, it didn't make a difference whatsoever. But at least now, I still managed to, somehow, like, the Goku entrance theme got me a copyright claim, not a violation or anything, or a strike, so to speak, but my video was unable to be monetized, not that it was going to be monetized in the first place, because, yeah, don't have anywhere near enough subscribers for that. Goku in all his cel-shaded glory taking on Deadpool, and if I were Deadpool, I would have just kept the katanas. Brought those into the ring, but hey. When you're going up against the Super Saiyan, you gotta do what you can. Big kick to the face. It's weird because with... Well, I'm not really sure how all that works. Like, I haven't gotten any claims from Twitch regarding those songs on the VODs, but when I upload to YouTube, sometimes I'll get a copyright claim and sometimes I won't. Like, the same exact song. Sometimes it registers, sometimes it doesn't. And then it seems like they'll give me a copyright claim notice for 15 seconds of a song that's one of those generic songs in here that I use for the entrance themes, and they'll say that it can't be monetized in like Denmark or some shit like that. And at the same time, I can have a WWE licensed theme that'll accidentally play on the very same stream. No copyright claim at all. What? Yeah, it does seem completely arbitrary. I have no explanation whatsoever for any of that. Like, WWE, I thought would be the most vigilant, because I've had numerous occasions where, like, for WrestleMania and stuff, not this year, because I didn't even bother trying to share anything, any videos, but, like, last year, I got videos automatically flagged and muted on Facebook and Instagram. Just some little clips of WrestleMania. Oh well, as long as I don't get any kind of violation that affects the channel, then I don't really care, because nothing's monetized as is on YouTube. And the only way that I get any money on Twitch is if people subscribe. And if they do, they do. They don't, nope. And shrug, as you said. I know you said it before I shrugged, but hey, point still stands. Deadpool working over Goku now. These two going at it a little slow in the early going. Thought it was just going to be an out-and-out strike fest, and that's kind of what we got in the opening minute or so before things slowed down. Thank you. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not really sure what sort of incentives would be good to provide, because it gets tricky when I'm using a few wrestlers, but those have licensing issues potentially as well. Like a lot of fictional characters and celebrities, I don't know how much I can do in terms of using their likenesses without entering into some sort of dangerous legal territory. Yeah, I've been wanting to get emotes on this channel for a long time, and I've worked on improving a lot of other areas of the channel, but other than the logo, I don't really know what else. Maybe I should have like a vote for everybody's favorite character to see who we should use as an emote. Lexington Seal emote, Jesus. Maybe get one of Jed in his mask, just making a crazy face. He's the most charismatic out of all of us. Red Jed's Wrestling Rants on YouTube, wrestlingrants.com. Just in case you haven't checked that out. I know you have, Mario, but the royal you. Oh, nice brainbuster from Deadpool to Goku. Now it's not the time for meditation. Come on. Heading up top, but Goku's had an awful lot of time to recover. And easily able to step out of the way of that. I don't know, Mario, do you have any sort of ideas for what you think would make a good emote for this channel? You're one of, if not the most loyal, frequent viewer of the channel. Oh, God. Huge knee. It's hard to come up. Exactly. It's like, what do I do? The channel logo? Do I do a championship belt? The... Deadpool the cover after the kick to the chest. No way. Oh, 2.5. I don't know. Maybe I'll put something out on social media to see if people have any suggestions. I guess I could poll the very few subscribers, man. Scowling with my old rugged Danielson look from years past. Oh, that could work. Wait a minute. I don't know if this will show up. Oh, I guess it probably wouldn't even be able to be seen on the corner of the screen. There's a, like... Fans saying this is awesome. Goku with the cover now after the big swing. And that's enough to put Deadpool away. I didn't think I was going to finish him. Jed pogging or expressing surprise. I still don't even fucking know what pog means. Aside from the little discs that we collected in the 90s. Yeah, those are all good. It's a good idea. It's better than anything I've managed to come up with in that regard. Ah, damn it. I'm having trouble finding what I'm looking for. I'll get it eventually. Just trying to get there before the replays finish. So one time when I fucked up trimming my beard and I shaved it off into that, I could have that face as an emote. I don't know, it's terrifying, so maybe not that. That's not even the one I was looking for either. That's just one that showed up as I was scrolling. I'm not so sure you'd say yes if you clearly saw the picture, but it is worth considering, I reckon. I don't necessarily... I mean, the channel's already named after me because I had to come up with a name and couldn't think of anything better, so I'm not 100% keen on making the first emote something with my face. Need some variety there. The green killer shit. I don't know, well, this is the one I was looking for. I'll show it at the desk, and I'll probably immediately regret it. But hey, it's on social media anyway. Anybody can see it. It's one of my profile pictures. It's public. Are you prepared for this? Abomination. Boom. It's the most gangsta shit you've ever seen, Mari. Matt Durst. Yeah, it's not a red hat, but hey. That was from like 2007, I think. Alright, next up we got Beyoncé taking on Jessica Jones in a women's Maddie in the Bank qualifier. Thankfully, since most of these are singles matches and nobody's at ringside, they've been loading reasonably quickly. At least, relatively speaking. Matt Durst is like Chris's fantasy. Like if me and Fred did the fusion dance. My voice and everything else, Fred Durst. Fred Durst picked up a victory over Donald Trump one-on-one this past Sunday night on that special edition of MWF Mattitude, and Thursday at Mattmania 2. Fred Durst leads the Break Stuff Club. Fred himself, along with Schlack and their newest member Danhausen, taking on the MAGA powers, Donald Trump, Mike Pence, and the Magazord. Beyoncé looks ready to go here tonight, trying to join her tag team partner Rihanna in that women's Maddie in the Bank ladder match. Yeah, when I decided I was going to book the 6-man tag team match at Mattmania, well, Chris, when he introduced Fred, I'm going behind the curtain a little bit. When it was Chris's idea to bring in Fred Durst because, you know, he's a huge fan, and Chris wanted to do a feud between Durst and Trump, but this thing's played out in a way that it didn't immediately go down, and now we've reached the point where those two teams are going to be doing battle, and since Fred and Schlack needed a third tag team partner, I figured who else but Danhausen we better bring in. Chris is a huge fan of Danhausen. He just, I don't know if he met him before, but he met up with him at a meet and greet thing very recently, where Danhausen was basically wearing like a beekeeper's gimmick. But yeah, I haven't. I mean, I'm aware of Danhausen. I haven't really seen much of his work, but he definitely seems like somebody I would enjoy. The zany promo. Yeah, there's no way to really. It'd be maybe Chris can do the voice, because there's the text promos are cool and all, but I don't know. We've only had the one promo, and that was with the Kool-Aid Man. Guess we'll have to see how things go. I'm interested in learning more about Danhausen because I love Warhorse. Jake Parnell trained and wrestled in the Central Illinois area. Worked with quite a few friends of mine. I've never actually met him personally. I had moved away from there long before he ever started wrestling, but I just remember the match with Gary J where he had like the turnbuckle hook put into Warhorse's mouth. I think this was before he was Warhorse, maybe, or maybe before he wore the paint anyway. And he got like his entire fucking mouth ripped open, had to get stitches all up in here. As unfortunate as that was, I think that helped get him a lot of attention. And then when people actually started, you know, checking out his matches, they saw he was a really talented wrestler. And the gimmick, the Warhorse gimmick, man, that caught on like fucking wildfire. As it should. It was very entertaining. Now he's in Retromania, in a video game. Pretty awesome. Speaking of Central Illinois and Midwest pro wrestlers, Mississippi Madman Don Jackson, a friend of mine who passed away a couple of months ago. We're going to be honoring him in the Mississippi Madman Don Jackson Memorial Battle Royal on Thursday night at Matt Mania. I mean, Don really was basically the Andre the Giant of Central Illinois specifically and that general area in the Midwest. So it's kind of fitting that if WWE has the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, we have the Don Jackson Memorial Battle Royal. He's just... Don is one of, like, the nicest guys you could ever possibly meet. 6'6", 450 pounds. The Mississippi Madman looks like he would literally kill you, but he is like... He was the sweetest guy. So we've got his favorite superhero, the Hulk, in that match, along with The Rock, which is Don's favorite wrestler, and a handful of other MWF superstars, for lack of a better term. Thank you, I appreciate that, Mario. Jessica Jones making the cover on Beyoncé now, no one count there. I just figured, at least in some small way, I could pay tribute to him, so hopefully... I mean, I got approval from someone close to him just to make sure that, you know, I wasn't going to. Because what we do here is not necessarily... I think that you could, at the very least, classify it as irreverent. So I didn't want to do anything that could potentially be considered disrespectful. But no, I got the okay. I was told it's a good form of tribute, so should be a fun well, yeah, I'm still over my words now. Tracy Smothers Memorial shit. Yeah, a lot of those same guys from that area worked for Tracy Smothers in his promotion too. Although Tracy, I think I mentioned before that Tracy Smothers wasn't always the easiest guy to get along with, and kind of started some shit with some of my friends who are wrestlers around there, and then with me on social media, even though I had nothing to do with the actual wrestling business in any way. But hey, it is what it is. It's all in the past. Yeah, I guess so. I don't really know what to say about that. That was like my only real interaction with the guy, with Tracy Smothers. Oh man. Anyway. Yeah, Jim Cornette always has nice things to say about Tracy Smothers. But and then he right on cue. Cornette was an incredibly nice guy when I met him. I think that a lot of his opinions that he expresses on his podcast and stuff, he knows what's going to get a reaction from people, and he's playing up his character. I don't think that he vehemently hates, you know, all modern wrestling for the most part. Oh no, I did not. Part of falling behind on everything includes Cornette's podcasts. They're like 3.5 hours long each, so I used to only catch up via the snippets on YouTube, and then they cut out some of the most interesting stuff on there. A sharpshooter from... Oh no. Is that the Execution? Or whatever he called it? Shit. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm subscribed to both of Cornette's podcasts on Spotify, but Spotify never fucking lets me know about new things being uploaded. I know when to look for those podcasts specifically, but everything I signed up for notifications for, I don't receive any. And then they'll still send me notifications for other stuff that I didn't ask for. Maybe it's like, hey, you got to pay for premium in order to get the appropriate notifications. Oh, Beyonce going for that trademark neck breaker. Hers this time off the ropes. Thank you. Beyonce with the cover. Only a 1 count. Not even sure when I'm going to get. I still got to make the intro video / hype video from Matt Mania, which is just going to be a voiceover on the promotional posters, basically, because I don't have video editing skills. But yeah, I'll have to. I don't even know how many episodes behind I am on both the Cornets podcasts. Shit. I used to keep up with so many different ones, like all the What Culture and Cultaholic podcasts. Well, not all the What Culture ones, but the main wrestling ones. And the gaming ones. Wrestle Talk, my boy Luke Owen. Shout out to Luke Owen. Various other like wrestling, comic book related podcasts, but nope. Not enough hours in the day, not enough attention span since I'm not on Adderall anymore. Prescribed, by the way, not taken recreational. Don't get the wrong idea, kids. Jessica Jones with the airplane, or with the giant swing. Is this going to be the second time tonight? Second match in a row? Did we see that finish? But no, not this time. Popular with the Call of Duty crowd. Jones went for the spear, but Beyonce counters into a DDT. That was an amazing counter right there. I still want to try the new Call of Duty on PS5 just to see the different feels for like all the guns and aiming down the sights and all that with the DualSense. Maybe sit out powerbomb and no cover. Jones recently squandered an opportunity at the Women's Championship and then had a shot to earn the #1 contender spot last week and couldn't do so. I mean, I haven't bought a Call of Duty game in I don't know how many years. I can't remember the name of the last one. I think it was the one where they went to space. Infinite Warfare? Or maybe it was the one after that. Anyway, I just didn't put in enough time. I used to play with a certain group of friends, and then people started moving on to other games and different consoles, and now Call of Duty isn't really fun for me to play the multiplayer portion without a party. I'm not very good at it. So it's no fun to go fucking like 10 and 20 when you're by yourself and not bullshitting in a party with all your friends. Yeah, Destiny can start to feel like an obligation. Part of the reason I fell behind on so many games and or didn't even start them to begin with. That was redundant. Jones with the cover. Oh, 2.5. It's because of Destiny. The beta, or the alpha, and then the beta, close after, came out, I want to say starting in July of 2014, and then from like 2014 through 2017, 2018, I was playing hardly anything else but Destiny 1 and 2, and Jessica Jones has just qualified for the Maddie in the Bank ladder match. Hard-fought victory over Beyonce here tonight. Beyonce's partner Rihanna made it in, but Beyonce not quite as lucky. Yeah, it's good to the wins of time to come. I kind of wanted to get back into it. What a replay there that misdropped it. I wanted to get back into it just because the Guardian Games thing, but I don't know. I don't have the season pass because I started playing a little bit once the next gen upgrade came out in December, I want to say, but then the end of December into January, basically all hell broke loose with things going wrong. So I kind of stopped playing a whole lot of games in general. Oh, you're cheering for Beyonce's love. See, now they're playing Nia Jax's theme, even though it's not Jessica Jones' entrance theme, and I can't figure out a way to correct it. But odds are there's not going to be a copyright claim for that from YouTube. There's going to be one for fucking Goku. For fucking as an adjective, not as a verb. Coming up on our semi-main event of the evening, the former tag team champions Captain America and Spider-Man taking on Team TGIF, Steve Urkel and John Stamos. So last week, we saw Thor and Loki victorious over Luke Cage and Iron Fist. The week before that, Iron Man and Doctor Strange defeated Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg the Dank Ogre. So long story short, next week we're going to have a triple threat tag team match. Those two teams and the winner of this match are going to square off, and whoever comes out on top is going to challenge the Red and Black Power Rangers for those tag team championships Sunday, May 9th at the Maddie in the Bank pay-per-view. I really need to disable notifications on my computer and stream. I opened up Facebook on my phone, and at the very top of my newsfeed, the first post is from New Jack, which you probably can't see. It says, "I have no regrets for anything I did in or out of the ring, and if you don't like me, then get the fuck off my page. You will not be missed." I gave it a heart reaction. I already loved New Jack with the fact that he made multiple comments on my post about his match, the Smashing of the Christ, New Jack versus Jesus at Matt Mania. That was pretty much the highlight of my 2021 so far. If only we could get him to do commentary. The Smashing of the Christ, as announced this past Sunday night, will be a last man standing match. Normally I don't talk about the other show as much during this one, but since it's Matt Mania 2 coming up, I just want to make sure to get plenty of plugs in that, and there's nobody else to talk to on commentary, so I gotta fill time. By God. Thanks, I'll get plenty of complaints from other people, I'm sure. And these two have the same theme music, apparently. Captain America Steve Rogers. Not an old dude in this continuity. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was fucking incredible. I know you didn't watch it, Mario, but damn. So good. So many things from the comics that I've been waiting to see on the screen that got played out in live action. Captain America, Stu Bennett. Need to edit him and give him the bull hammer. Very underrated finisher, that one. Spider-Man and Captain America, former tag team champions. Not able to retain against the Power Rangers. Now the Power Rangers are holding the World Championship and the tag team titles. You out of the 4 Rangers with gold. Coincidentally, ironically, none of them the Gold Ranger though. And 6 for 6 The match is heading to the outside. It's like the number one. If this was fire prototype logic applied to 2K19, it would just be like 100% go outside the ring at your first possible opportunity. Captain. Right. Mario says Captain America is nothing more than a gigantic piece of propaganda. I wouldn't say he's nothing more, but yeah, he's propaganda. I mean, when he first started out, that certainly was the intent, I believe. At least from what I've heard and read about his creation. And I've never... It's like with I think we've discussed this on stream before. It's like with Superman. I was never too much of a fan of Steve Rogers' Captain America, although there have been certain runs that were incredible for both characters. The Rebirth era Superman starting in 2016, and I guess it's not too recent anymore, but for a couple of years though, it was incredible. Until Bendis fucking came on and ruined everything. And Bendis is good, you know, on a lot of other books, but he just sucked on Superman. But yeah, Captain America, Steve Rogers is kind of the same way for me. And Hydra Cap during Secret Empire and the lead up to that was easily the most interested I'd ever been in the comic book incarnation of Steve Rogers. But after that whole storyline ended and the real Cap came back, there was a Mark Waid run during the Marvel Legacy era right after that, and it was really good. It was Captain America. Superman has done similar stuff in the past. Cap was like riding his motorcycle, going across America, trying to reconnect with the people, and that was good shit. I still don't like that they cut short the Sam Wilson Captain America run after, I think, less than 2 years. Yep, that's right about the time I started reading Superman. During DC was transitioning from, I believe, from New York to LA, moving their offices, so they had like a 2-month event Convergence, like a 7-issue miniseries, and then numerous 2-issue miniseries focusing on different characters from different eras and all that. And it was kind of like a Secret Wars type thing, and going on around the same time as 2015 Secret Wars, but way shittier. Whereas Secret Wars was a masterpiece, Convergence was balls. But on the bright side, we got one mini-series called, I think it was just Superman and Lois. And there's like 8 or 10 issues of showing how the original Superman and Lois, who were in like the 80s and 90s continuity, main DC continuity, they were trapped under one of the many cities that Brainiac had bottled. And I want to say like they're in an alternate version of Gotham, and Clark got Lois pregnant. They gave birth to a son who became Superboy and is now going to be Superman after a convoluted series of events. Anyway, though, that series was great, and then at the end of it, they did like a crossover between all the Superman titles, where as Urkel does the greatest dance in history. They had Superman from the New 52 as a result of numerous issues that he had gone through, was dying. Oh, that was, I think Steve Urkel kicked out before Stamos got there to break it up. That was almost over though. Yeah, I assure you that I am not I have a gift to make things sound more complicated than they actually are. I'm not doing that now. This is just me trying to cover enough to have it make some modicum of sense. Jonathan was great as Superboy. They did Super Sons with Jonathan and Damian. That was fantastic. And then they're like, oh, he's going to go off into space with Jor-El and age up into his late teens, and that was Bendis. Fuck Brian Michael Bendis' whole run on Superman. All credit to all the good he's done on other books, but that whole run was shit. I don't know what Stamos is doing over there. Anyway, New 52 Superman died. New 52 Lois ended up dying as well. And like their essences merged with the original Clark and Lois. And and there were like years that passed, like I think something like 5 years where the New 52 was going on, and supposedly the original Superman and Lois were living in the shadows, just Superman wearing his black suit, trying not to stand out because he wasn't that world's Superman. And then after they merged, like the whole Justice League had to go through a whole thing. Like we had the original Superman, but he wasn't the Superman that the current Justice League was familiar with. Oh yeah, they brought back they had Superman and Batman a couple years into Rebirth. Like I want to say 2018, 2019. Bring back the trunks because people were complaining about those being gone too. It's gotten even more convoluted since all that, though. They did like basically a whole restructuring of the multiverse, and then they've got all these different universes. Like there's a linear verse is what it's called, where everything that happened in the comics ever since the very beginning actually happened to the same version of that character. Like 100 years or close to like 80 years, whatever has passed. But the characters are barely aging in their own actual world. Just, it's convoluted, but kind of cool too. They did have one universe to begin with, and then Earth 2, and then it just kept expanding. Then Crisis on Infinite Earth put everything back into one, and then I can't remember what fucking event after that. Maybe Infinite Crisis, or maybe something before that. Another Crisis. Fucking everything came back in a different way. A new multiverse. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. The linear verse is just one universe. So those characters that don't really age, that's just in one corner of however goddamn many Earths they have. They also recently did that Future State event where they showed what's going on 5 years into the future, where Bruce is no longer Batman and Clark is on a completely different planet. I think maybe War World. And now DC has announced that there's a new Superman book. It's like Superman, Son of Kal-El, which has the aged up Jonathan taking over as Superman. It was shown, I believe he was shown as Superman in Future State. I haven't read any of Future State, but he's taking over the main Superman book, and then Action Comics is supposed to still feature Clark. Yeah, that give him a little bit of gray, like in Kingdom Come. Yeah. Alex Ross. Oh man. Need to do some stretching after this show's over. Cap was going for that big European uppercut, but Stamos able to counter. Stamos picked up a big win over Batman in tag team action a few weeks ago. So despite the fact that you're watching Uncle Jesse against Captain America, just don't count him out. Jonas Theory. Spider-Man's already qualified for the Maddie in the Bank ladder match, the men's ladder match. Oh god, a pile driver cuts him open somehow. Spider-Man's partner, Captain America, is going to get his chance to qualify next week. Urkel ducking out of the way and running for the hills. Apparently Steve Urkel's been working on a collaboration with fellow MWA superstar Snoop Dogg on some Purple Urkel legal marijuana products. Did a hilarious commercial with each other not long ago. Always be mindful of the hair, dude. He's got so much hairspray on there that it's not going anywhere. He can use it as a fucking battering ram, just run head first into people. Oh, have mercy. Uncle Jesse giving us a show. And the kip up. John Stamos, a massive fan of Shawn Michaels. Is he going to head up top for the elbow? Oh, no. Stamos getting the better of Spider-Man ever since Spidey tagged in. Urkel seems to be nice and recovered there on the apron. Oh, and there's that super kick. Nope. That's how Stamos finished off Batman, but he doesn't even go for a cover. Looking to tag out to Urkel instead, but Spider-Man counters. So, what are your feelings on digital comics, Mario? We might have talked about this before. I just can't remember for sure. And there's a super kick from Urkel. And pedigree attempt. Oh, there it is. Stamos dropping Spider-Man. Okay. Yeah, I prefer physical comics, but at the same time, I've grown to appreciate digital from Marvel Unlimited and DC Universe Infinite. Being able to get like 20 to 30,000 comics from each company, pretty great. Well, I was the guy that I used to get up until I moved in 2019. I would get literally everything that Marvel and DC put out, plus books from IDW and Boom. Shit, I'm drawing a blank here. Dark Horse, stuff like that. I'd even get like these cheesy wrestling comics that, well, the WWE ones are really good from Boom, but I'd get like, I got a fucking Nikolai Volkov comic. I got the Tremendous Trump, which has Trump as an orange version of the Incredible Hulk, and then they had Tremendous Trump versus the Barack Panther. And I know you hate politics and stuff, but it is hilarious to me, just the way they spoofed everybody. I haven't read a lot of Sandman, but it does seem like something I'd like. Oh yeah, I don't have any links like that. Everything that I'm talking about, I bought physical copies of. Killing your business, yeah. As you can probably see from back here, don't really have the space for any more comics. Got like 8,000 of them. Literally. Oh, the drive-by dropkick from Captain America, busting open Urkel. If Stamos isn't getting in there to break this up, it's all over. And he doesn't care enough to get in there. And it's all over. What did I tell you? Goddamn. Goddamn, pal. Nice. Yeah, it's always good to support the comic business. And these distributors don't always make it easy, but I love comics, man. Love them ever since I was a little kid. Had to go a long time without collecting them. But it's great shit. Yeah, I mean, I love superheroes, obviously, but stuff from Image especially, I think Image is the best for that in terms of offering other things that have nothing to do with superheroes. They got their own selection of quality superhero stuff, but Image has great horror books. I'm not even a huge horror fan, but I can appreciate a lot of the stuff that they've done. Well, I say they, but it's independent creators who are putting the books out through Image, as you know. I'm not so sure it's Diamond relinquishing their hold as it is the Marvel and DC not wanting to fuck with Diamond or be fucked with by Diamond. It's been an issue. I keep saying issue, which I'm not intending to make any sort of comic book related pun, but it's been a problem for people running comic shops for sure, with all the different distribution changes and trying to get everything straightened out. There are a couple local comic shops that I went to as a kid in the 90s that are still active in Springfield, Illinois somehow. And follow them on Facebook, and they're talking about all the bullshit they've had to deal with from Diamond in general over the years, but then also from having to use DC's own separate distribution, and it's just a mess. Captain America and Spider-Man, though, the former tag team champions, going to go on to that triple threat match next week against Thor and Loki. And Iron Man and Doctor Strange, so it's an all Marvel 3-way tag team matchup to determine the number one contenders for the Power Rangers. And speaking of Thor, in our main event coming up here momentarily, we have one half of the former two-time tag team champions, Thor and Loki, the Odin Sons. Thor going to be taking on Thanos, the former world champion. Winner goes into the Matty in the Bank ladder match. Not quite sure where Thanos goes if he can't pull out the victory here. Thor has an opportunity to earn a tag team title shot next week at least, but Thanos may be SOL. If you can't keep a good line either. My first ever live wrestling show. I wasn't able to actually go to a show until it was right after I turned 13. September 27th, 1997. Champaign, Illinois, at the University of Illinois Assembly Hall. Bret Hart defending the WWF Championship against The Undertaker in the main event. I got to see Owen Hart wrestle. I saw Brian Pillman like 8 days before his death. Good crazy show. Yeah, it was a hell of a way to see my first show after 7 years of watching on TV. At that point. Nothing beats the time that I got to see Buff Bagwell get arrested after WCW Thunder in Springfield, but hey, that was a unique experience that can never be replicated. Unless maybe I paid Buff Bagwell and instead of hiring him for his gigolo services, hired him to reenact being arrested. I don't fucking know. Yeah, but I can understand why that stuck with Austin after all this time. It's not like he's out bad-mouthing the guy, but when the subject's brought up, you can tell. You're right. Sorry, I had to step away from the mic momentarily, but yeah, Thanos only busts out the fancy gear for the pay-per-views, man. Yeah, I completely agree with you. If it wasn't Austin's neck injury, definitely shortened his career. He's come right out and said it, and completely changed his wrestling style. Well, not completely, I guess. He's still able to bust out the technical stuff from time to time, but it made him cut way down on it. Too many of the greats of my personal favorites had their careers cut short by neck injuries or by concussion issues. And in the case of guys like Daniel Bryan and Edge and Christian, after all this time, they've been able to come back, which is wonderful. Austin and Brett are probably my all-time favorites back in the day, and both of them had their careers cut short. All right, main event time. Men's Matty in the Bank qualifying matchup here. Yeah, well, a lot of people didn't see that. I mean, by the time the Attitude Era kicked into high gear and everything, WWF became as popular as it was right after the injury. It was mid to late '97 when they started really picking up steam, and then after Survivor Series, which is when Austin made his comeback and won the Intercontinental title back from Owen. I think from what I've heard, it was that Owen said he wanted to do the sit-out tombstone and that he could take care of Austin. Austin's like, no, I don't feel comfortable doing it. Can you just do the regular one? And then he said that he would. He's like, oh, okay. But then he just went and did the sit-out version anyway. I mean, it was a weird moment for me. Like that whole feuds between Austin and Brett and Austin and Owens. Like I love Stone Cold, but I was also a huge fan of the entire Hart Foundation, especially Brett and Owen. I was a fan of both of theirs before I ever even knew who Austin was, because I only watched the WWF up until '97. Alright, yeah. I guess if, like, the skill set didn't work right, okay. I don't know, I never enjoyed Nick Aldis. Just at all. I'm not saying he's bad, I'm not entertained by him. And I have not kept up with much of anything he's done in the last couple of years in terms of actually seeing it. I've heard what he's, done in the MWA and all that. But everything I saw from him, I was always bored. I can see why WWE never wanted him. Or at least never made him a serious offer. Still remember I went to Bound for Glory 2013. Yeah, I went 2009, 2013, but one of those shows, I think it was 2013, they put Magnus Nick Aldis over Sting by a submission, and it's like, somehow he put on a shitty match with Sting. And Sting, I know, was old by then, but he was still putting on quality matches with other guys. Thor with the cover on Thanos in a 2 count there. Yeah, see, so it's hard for me to compare because I didn't know about Austin until he came to the WWF, so I've seen his previous work on old WCW shows, on ECW for the short time that he was there, doing promos, and I think maybe had 1 or 2 matches with Whipwreck. But I didn't see any of that stuff until way, way later, long after he had retired. Except for like some matches on his DVDs and stuff, you know. Saw that. So it's just hard for me to, I guess, appreciate the comparison. Thanos went for the Superman punch, had it blocked, and Thor's going for that burning hammer. If he hits this, he could qualify for the... Oh, Thanos is bleeding. Thor's headed to Maddie in the Bank. It's all over. And Thanos, the former world champion, has just been defeated by Thor. Now Thor and Loki are able to win next week in that tag team triple threat. Thor will be in the Maddie in the Bank ladder match and the tag title match all on the same night. Huge, huge win. By far the biggest singles win of Thor's career. Yeah, that match didn't really ever seem to kick into gear. I can chalk it up to Thor's inexperience in singles matches, I guess. He's only had a couple. Thanos dispatched of with a single burning hammer. A burning Mjolnir? Thor celebrating his qualifying for the Maddie in the Bank ladder match. Gonna have 2 qualifiers for you next week to determine the final couple of spots in that one. Also, the final spot in the women's match going to be determined. Wonder Woman's going to be in that match. Her opponent has not been revealed yet. Captain America also in one of the men's qualifiers next week. Black Panther and Skeletor are going to be in action in those as well. Going to have the full card for you on the social media coming up later on this week. But that about wraps things up for tonight. I just want to do one last plug for Thursday. MWF Mat Mania 2. We have 10 matches for you, including New Jack vs. Jesus and the Smashing of the Christ. Godzilla, the 2021 Coronavirus Cup winner, challenging world champion AJ Styles for that title. Rob Van Dam versus international champion Colossus. Harley Quinn challenging Wonder Woman for the women's title. So much more coming up Thursday night with myself, Chris Coran, and, if you can get out of work, Red Jed, the Masked Wonder. So we hope to see you all there. Mario, I know you're going to be there because you're awesome like that, and thank you for that and for being here tonight and chatting with me and making the show a lot more fun. So that's Thursday, and then I'm going to be right back here with you next Tuesday night for the go-home show before Maddie in the Bank. It's the last episode of Mat Wars before the pay-per-view. So please, if you can, join us for that. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night, and I'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.